Hey everyone, it's Mr. Vargas here again, looking to help Math 6 with homework 8.2 function rules. This is page 591 in your textbook. Before we get started though, I want to talk about this word. It's sequence. And the sequence just means you have a series or a list of numbers, so a series of numbers with a pattern. So there's some type of pattern going on with your series of numbers. The most common one was probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on, right? Well, when we're counting, we're actually just increasing our value by 1. We're adding 1 every time, and that qualifies as a sequence. Pretty common sequence. You guys have been doing that for a real long time. In particular, with sequences, we are focusing on two types. The first is called an arithmetic sequence, and the second is called a geometric sequence. You'll learn more about this as you progress in other math classes, but we definitely want to get you introduced to the idea of arithmetic sequences and geometric sequences. For arithmetic sequences, all we're really doing is we're adding a common value or the same value to each number in the series. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say we have this example right here. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Well, what are we adding every time here? Well, we're just adding 2. So this would be an arithmetic sequence because we are adding. We are adding a common value to each number in the series. So now, if we check out geometric sequence, it's very similar, but this one has to do with multiplying. By a common value. So this has to do with multiplying by a common value. If we were to check out something like this is a pretty common one. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so forth and so on. What are we doing here? Oh, well, we're just taking each number and multiplying the previous number by 2 to get the next number. So 2 times 2 makes 4, 4 times 2 makes 8, 8 times 2 makes 16, 16 times 2 makes 32. So you could predict the next number would be 64. 32 times 2 makes 64. So those are your two types. You've got arithmetic and geometric. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the problems from your homework assignment. Number 1. Use words and symbols to describe the value of each term as a function of its position, then find the value of the 12th term in the sequence. So here we've got this pattern happening. We've got 3, 12, 4, 13, 5, 14, 6, 15. And the way that I would describe this one is this is actually an arithmetic sequence because as we are increasing our position, our value, as we're increasing our position by 1, we're adding 1 each time, our value is going up 1 as well. And then n, this is going to be the 12th. What's going to happen on turn 12? So in order to write this in words, as our position increases by 1, our value increases by 1. Okay, and to figure it out, let's see, the 12th term. The 12th term, you would just add, let's see, we had to add 6 to get to 12. So I'm going to add 6 to get 15 plus 6, and that would just make 21. So 21 would be the value of the 12th term, or the 12th position. Moving on to number 2. Something very similar. We've got this table going here. Looks like we've got 224, 336, 448, and 560. Okay, so as this increases 1, so as our position increases 1, our value, once again, this is position and value. As our position increases by 1, our value increases by how much? Well, this time it's actually going up 12 each time. So our value increases by 12. Alright, so then let's see, what would that 12th term be? So the 12th term here, pretty much you are going to be multiplying, since this is 2 times 12 makes 24, 3 times 12 makes 36, 4 times 12 makes 48, 5 times 12 makes 60, so this would just be 12 times 12, and that would get you 144. I'll write that in black so it stands out. There you go. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to number 3. Describe the relationship between the terms in the sequence 6, 18, 54, 162. Okay, 6, 18, 54, and 162. Then write the 3 next terms in the sequence. So let me give myself a little bit more space here. 6, 18, 54, 162. Okay, so if you notice here, for this sequence, we are actually multiplying by 3 to get the next term in the sequence. So 6 times 3 makes 18, 18 times 3 makes 54, 54 times 3 makes 162. So the next 2 numbers in the sequence would be 162 times 3, which is 486. Check myself really quick. Yep, 486. And then the next term would be 486 times 3. So we could do that really quick. 6 times 3, 8, 1, 5, 2. 1458 would be the last term in that sequence. And this is actually called a geometric sequence with a multiplier of 3, because we are actually taking our previous number and multiplying by 3 to get the next number in the sequence. So 6 times 3 makes 18. In order to get the next number in the sequence, we do 18 times 3 to make 54, so forth and so on. The key idea here is that this is a geometric sequence. Let me help you with number 8 really quick, and then that will be the end of this video. So here we're asked to find the missing number in the sequence, and they give us 30, a blank, 19, and then 13 and a half. Okay, so we want to figure out what number is going to go in this blank right here. The best bet is to determine what is actually happening between your 19 and 13 and a half. How did that value decrease? And here we can actually find out the difference between 19 and 13 and a half. So let's go ahead and borrow that and make 2 over 2. So this would actually be 5 and a half. So this value is decreasing 5 and a half. So what that means is if we take away 5 and a half from our 30, that will actually get you the next number in the sequence. So let me do 30 minus 5 and a half. Borrow from 30, make it 29, and 2 over 2. 2 over 2 minus 1 half gets you 1 half, and 29 minus 5 is 24. So that missing term right here is 24 and 1 half. Okay, that's enough for this video. See you next time. Good luck on the rest of your assignment.